Mijo is a
Mijo's
Trey.
fatter now. Mijo fatter.
Trey. Look, your face looks so full. Trey, you're healthy.
Sure. I haven't ranted, but
My grandma told me that once.
really.
It's like, Mijo, your face is full. You're growing up. And I'm like, Grandma, that's and now she's.
I tell you what, for not working out for a week and being baked by the sun, I look like a burnt chicken nugget. But I'll tell you what, I still love myself. Okay, even though I look like
Bro,
a
a
burnt
week is
chicken
not
nugget.
that long. During I went legit like 6 months without working out.
Yeah, but look at you now. Look
Dude,
properly
it was
jacked.
the worst. I mean, it was like, it's by far the longest I've ever gone without working out.
Look at you now.
And
Look, jacked.
it's a tight shirt. There's not much
Damn.
definition. There's no definition there, dude. Don't even start with me.
Daddy. Damn. Shut the
That's better.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
And we're back.
Welcome back to the Is It Though podcast, a podcast that is a podcast that happens every now and then, thanks to some real life business. But hey, if you like this podcast, please be sure to like and subscribe and all the YouTuber things. And this podcast is available on audio platforms. And now, I am your host, Trey, Trey, whatever name, Alex. People call me Alex now. It's a thing. Alongside me, as always, is Nate. What's going on, Nate? Hi.
It's me.
It's Nate. Who's that girl? Who's that guy? It's Nate. Okay, before we lose our one viewer, Nate, what have we got this week for Brew?
3 viewers.
Oh, 3 viewers. I'm sorry. Brew.
All right.
This week's Brew review.
So my manager, Trey, was really gracious and allowed us to try Happy Dad a second week in a row. So this week we're trying Happy Mom, which is the raspberry flavor of Happy Dad.
You mentioned it last week, so I figured might as well. Happy Mom.
Yeah. I'm excited. I thought it was like a rosé flavor. Is raspberry rosé? I don't know.
I don't know. You didn't put it up to the mic, you.
It never works. It never works.
I heard it that time. I picked it up.
Did you really?
Yes.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Awesome. All right.
You try it.
ASMR.
Nope.
Okay.
Didn't hear it on my side.
Okay, so
But maybe it's because like it's weird that I don't hear it, but it actually comes out.
yeah.
Like
okay.
last week, did you edit that audio in? Like you grabbed it online and put it in, or that was the actual audio?
Audio mic. My mic picks it up.
Okay.
I think it's your mic. It cuts because it's we don't need technical issues. It's not fun. Anyways,
Okay.
as you were. So what's the difference
Weird.
between
Oh.
what's the difference between this like Happy Mom, Happy Dad? Is it just like one of those? Is there anything different in particular?
I think it's just a marketing ploy to just maybe
Get moms.
target the new demographic, or like the women demographic, which maybe it works.
Also,
Happy
you're wearing
Mom.
also wearing the hat. So hey, shout out to us selling out. Let's go.
We're selling out. Yeah, so raspberry flavor. So it's weird. Lately, they're not saying with electrolytes, but that was their big thing. That was kind of what they hung their hat on. But now they're not saying it. So I wonder if there's like a change in recipe or some shit.
I'm looking at the instructions. Okay, how to check this. It is 20 milligrams of potassium, 0 iron, 2% sugar, 1 gram of sugar. Actually, not that bad. 20 milligrams of sodium. Actually, not bad. 100 calories per serving. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Gluten free, by the way. All right.
Yep.
Enough.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
That one's more flavorful, huh?
I like that.
Or is it just me?
I like that a lot.
You like that? We always knew you were a happy mom, not a happy dad.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm for it.
You want to go first?
I thought I would like the grape better, but I think I like this better.
Spoiler alert, I was drinking this Spoiler Pod, the death row from last week.
Do you remember what I gave the grape flavor?
You gave it a happiness rating of 7.5. No, a 7.
Yeah.
But later on, you're like, actually, it's an 8. So
First of all, you started with the re-rating, which we should probably nullify. Or maybe we just have two different ratings. We have our sober rating, we have our slightly buzzed rating. And I just realized I don't have my glasses. So, if I gave that a sober 7.5, I'm going to give this a sober 8.5. I'm pretty happy. It's pretty good. It's like really well balanced.
I give this one a 9.5. No, actually, no, a 9.
Wow.
A 9. That's because it has
A sober 9?
A sober 9. Because, like, listen, the difference between last week's and this one has the fizz. It doesn't taste flat. It's more flavorful. Because I felt with the Death Row one, it felt like there was no fizz. It felt like a flat drink. But with this one, it feels like more of a carbonated drink. It's more like, it tastes more like bubbly and not really alcohol-y. If you drink like the sparkling water, like the HEB, like sparkling water type things, it feels like that and tastes like that. And I'm addicted to that because I need carbonation in my life. But yeah, dude, this is hey, shout out.
Shout out, happy moms.
Happy mom. I like this one a lot. Happy mom.
Am I making you a fan?
Slowly, bro. Nah, I just need to freaking get you into kind of fit, kind of fat, and then we were perfectly both selling out.
I've been wanting to buy a shirt for a while. I just haven't.
They got plenty.
I would wear it though. All right, so we have you say 9.5.
I give it a sober 9. Let's make even numbers.
Sober 9.
Sober 9.
What did I say?
9 out of 10. You said
8.5.
You said 8.5.
Yeah.
You said 8. I like this a lot.
I think I said I give it a sober 8.5. I'll stick with that.
Sober 8.5 and a sober 9. So overall,
very happy.
get your go. For the segment, get into a little bit of what's going on, catch up as we finish the first one. So I figured, hey Nathan, happy belated Father's Day. How was your Father's Day? What'd you
I was waiting for that text that never came. I was like, for sure Trey will text me. Like, there's no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind. I'll just wait. I'll just stare at my phone until it comes through. That way I can just check it off.
Shut your mouth.
Check it off the list.
Shut your mouth.
It was good. So that Saturday, so the day before Father's Day, was actually very productive. I think I did the yard. We took our daughter somewhere. What did we do? We went shopping for our photo shoot this Sunday or tomorrow or this Sunday. Yeah, so we went shopping.
Jacked right now.
Yeah. Tighter shirts make you look bigger. So we went shopping. We had like a day out. We ate out. Came back, and then I've been wanting to go out to the driving range again to hit some balls. So we got back, and then immediately I left and went to go do. Damn, dude.
Go ahead.
Came back, then immediately went to the nearest range and hit golf balls for like an hour and a half. Did you know that an hour and like 10 or 15 minutes of hitting golf balls like at the driving range burns 720 calories? Isn't that crazy?
Yeesh. I believe it.
I was gonna work out that day, but I didn't because, and it wasn't even that sunny. It was an overcast. I thought it was gonna rain, but I tracked it on my watch, and yeah, dude, I was like, okay, I kind of feel like, okay about not working out today because I got a sweat in, but
Yeah.
dude, by the end of that hour and 10, 15 minutes, like my hands were getting so sweaty that I almost the golf club almost flew out of my hands like 5 times. It was fucking. Yeah, so did that, and then I putted for like 20 minutes to have like an area where you can putt and practice. Came home, and then the next day we went out to eat, got sushi on Father's Day, so it's a big deal because my wife hates sushi.
Nice.
So we found a place that had sushi and had food she can eat or would eat. And then I think we just came back and we hung out here at the house. My daughter's new fascination is water balloons, and there's this new rig you can buy where you connect it to the water hose. And it fills up like 30 at a time.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we did that, and she just likes to throw them at our cars in the driveway and throw them up in the air and shit. We did that, and I had a couple of drinks outside while she did that, and that's pretty much it.
Did you fire up the pit?
No, dude. So my wife doesn't really like barbecue. So
Not even steak, like on the grill, not even that.
no, and every time I make steak, it's on the stovetop.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like legit, like.
Are we talking pan fried
proper
or what is that shit called? A griddle? Not a griddle.
Griddle.
A skillet.
Mm-hmm. Well, that sounds like overhandling to me. But that's pretty much it. What about you? What did you do for Father's Day? Did you hang out with your dad?
I took my family out. I'm just kidding. My secret family. My secret family. That's a running gag. My family is like, because I'm always like, quote unquote, a reclusive. They think, where's your secret family? Yeah, that's the running joke with my family. I went back home to the valley to go spend time with them.
Do some house hunting.
Enemy spotted.
House hunting. The valley? No. What? House hunting right now is like, Jesus Christ, it's a whole other tangent, but let me get to this tangent here. All right, so
yep.
I got to work Friday around 8:30, and I said, You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to drive back home. So I got to work at 8:30, and then immediately, just from in my work clothes, to the valley. And it's about a 5-hour drive. So I got in town about 1 a.m. I was tired AF. Don't miss that at all. I hated it, but it was worth it. That Saturday, it was a big deal because not only because my father was in town for Father's Day, my brother Mike, who lives in Wisconsin, drove down. So me, all the siblings, like all 5 of us, were all together again, which is like it really happens. Nice. So I was like, "Let's go, come on, let's go." And it's kind of like funny and awesome too, because the way like my siblings are, like it's like my brother who's brown like me, and my second oldest brother who's like pale like you, and then dark me, which I'm like the shortest, and then my sister who's white, and then my brother who's like white. So it's like first one's brown, white, brown, white. So it's like, man. So like the sibling ladders, like everybody's like, I think my sister's like 5'9", my brother 5'9".
Your sister's 5'9"?
Well,
your ex co-host?
I say she's 5'9", but she's like kind of short. It's like I think she's 5'6", but she's tall. You know what I'm saying? I got the short gene. Not
Is
only
your
am I the
sister
middle
taller
child,
than you? Is your sister taller than you?
I don't think so, but I don't know.
Okay,
bro.
She's you can't be doing out 5'9" like that if she's actually 5'6". That's 3 inches.
I don't know, but she's. But the point I was trying to make, like, I'm like, it's the way my family is. Being the middle child, I'm the shortest and stuff like that. My running joke has always been, I'm the strongest, but not anymore. But
really, did somebody surpass you?
No, I mean, like, come on, man. I don't have time right now. I could if I wanted to. At a time, I was. But I think that Saturday, woke up early. We woke up early because not only it was my nephew's birthday that Saturday, so we went. They wanted to have a Nerf war, so we have Nerf guns and everything. over
Nice.
there by Bottom Park. Um,
Okay.
It was fun as hell. But like all of us were just like got Nerf guns and like just started. Bah, 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 bah. It was fun for kids, but we had the most fun. Like all of the adults just having fun just shooting each other. And then we went to Peter
Dude, fuck
Piper's.
yeah.
Shout out to Peter Piper's. Had that pizza, had the grease, that Peter Piper's grease. You know what I'm
Oh.
saying? Oh my god, dude. And then the ice cream.
My wife doesn't. My wife doesn't get it, but I'm like, because
Dude,
every time we go down, I try to get I try to get us Peter Piper pizza.
yeah.
For some reason, she's not about it, but I'm like, what's wrong with
Well,
you?
she like deep dish, you know, because she's from.
She's not crazy about it. I think she'd actually prefer. I think she actually prefers like thin crust. Yeah.
And then the following day for Father's Day, we had barbacoa on Sundays because in the valley, if you don't know,
What did you have?
barbacoa and Big Red and
why it
pan
sounded
dulce. I said
Why is
barbacoa.
that? Why is that such a thing?
What?
Barbacoa and Big Red. Like,
I don't know. Did you grow up with it too? I just
I have family members that are about it, but I've never been a big fan of Big Red, but I grew up around it. Yeah.
yeah, I just don't know. That's always what we did. Like every Sunday morning, it's barbacoa, Big Red, and pan dulce.
That's what I miss, dude. I miss breakfast tacos like on the regular.
For the love of God, cherish it.
Jennifer, why don't you try reading out loud for a minute, okay?
Gotta cherish it.
Like how convenient was it's 10 o'clock or it's 9:30. I'm hungry. You know what? Just go to Stripes. It's $1 breakfast taco, homemade, good size, two of them, and then like a say, well, I need some little pick me up, a Gatorade and a Monster, two tacos, and that
Bro,
$9, $9 tops.
Yep. My shit was one barbacoa taco, one ham and egg taco, ham, egg, and cheese, and then
Really?
a monster. Yeah. Or an energy drink of some sort. Yep.
Nah, mine was 2Q tacos,
I've been big on Q.
2Q tacos, and a vitamin, the yellow one, and a Zions energy drink. Back in the day. Yeah.
yeah.
Back before the OG version, before they changed their formula.
Yeah.
But yeah, it
Damn, dude.
was good
Yeah,
shit.
my wife was my. So, do you know that they call breakfast tacos like up north breakfast burritos?
No, but I hate that. I hate that. That's
Yeah, it's stupid. They are whitewashing our culture. What I was saying is, you know, when I first met my wife, and before, like, the first time she visited the valley, obviously culture shock. But I was like, yeah, we're gonna go grab some breakfast tacos. She's like, oh, okay, like, you know, where are we going? I'm like, oh, we're going to the corner store. She's like, what? She's like, you joking, right? I'm like, no. And long story short, I got her into breakfast tacos from the valley at corner stores.
Hell
And
yeah.
she still tells me, like, I still don't know how this happened, but and I still think it's kind of weird, but they are good. I'm like, well, that's all that matters.
Because like I believe because it's the morning cooks it's not younger people. It's like grandma. It's like the older ladies.
Hijo,
You
¿qué
see-
quieres?
Yes. Like mijo, que quieres? Like what do you want? What do you want? This is so nice.
And and then they're trying to like speak the little Spanish that I can. I'm like, un taco de barbacoa, and they would ask like, regular, or what's the other one? That was all the other shit in it.
Special or something like that. Or,
Especial. Yeah, and I'd
especial,
be like,
especial.
yeah, I'd be like, regular, or regular, and whatever, and I'd be like, yeah, I don't speak Spanish. She understands me, and you know, what is it?
Which one?
How much? How many do you want? How do you say that? It's cuánto
¿Cuánto que quieres? I
tienes?
don't- I don't
Cuánto
know.
que quieres? I don't know, some bullshit like that, and then
Yeah.
I'd be like, dos, por favor.
Dude, yes.
The most amount of Spanish I learned outside of hanging out with my grandparents is ordering tacos at the corner
Yeah.
store.
It's a thing, and I'm like, this has this. I'm all, in my whole entire life, like, I thought it was only a Valley thing. But then when I had to go visit my brother in Wisconsin, they have this place called Quick Trip. It's not
Yeah.
cute. It's not Quick Trip here. Like it's not Q Trip in here, like in Texas where it's Q Trip. It's called Quick Trip. There, it's like a convenience store and a gas station. They have everything, and it's all good from glizzies to pizza to everything. Like it's all one stop shop. Like damn. When I go visit him, it's like we're like coming back from his work. It's like, oh, Quick Trip, boom. There you go.
Get on over to Quick Trip. Quick Trip.
Come on.
Anyways, we're back. The nostalgia from that walking into that HEB, man, after years, like, bro, this place is so small, and it's like, dude, I wouldn't miss it.
Do you get like anxiety of running into old high school classmates when you visit?
I used to, but anymore. It excites me. I'm slurring. First slur of the podcast. My first slur. My first slur of the
happy
podcast.
mom on the podcast. There we go.
My first slur of the podcast. Thank you for being here.
You're doing really
get,
well. I'm really proud of you.
I get nervous, like around seeing like my best friends, like my best friend, my friends' mothers and stuff like that, like during football and stuff. I saw one, by the way, but she didn't even say hi. She just like, it's like, bro, like we're not cool no more.
She didn't recognize the mijo because he's all grown up. He's all grown up. Mijo is it?
Mijo's
Trey,
fatter now. Mijo fatter.
Hey, Trey, look, your face looks so full, Trey. You're healthy.
I haven't ranted, but
My grandma told me that once.
really.
She's like, mijo, your face is full. You're growing up. I'm like, grandma, that's and now she's. Dude, that's sad. Do you have any grandmas left? I don't. I'm all out of grandmas.
Jesus Christ. We're not playing Uno, bud. Like, Jesus is not.
They deuced it, man.
Yes, I still have two of my grandmas left. Okay, it's not battleship.
Well, I mean, you only have two grandmas.
Grandfathers.
You have all grandmas left.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
You all the grandpas?
Yes, rest in peace. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. I got one grandpa left, but he only speaks Spanish, so it's like half a grandpa. You know.
Anyways,
I was never close with him either, so I was like, he's like a quarter grandpa, but I love him, and he's my mother's dad, so respect.
So we had the barbecue. Let me finish this tension. We're fudging. We're going.
You can bleep it. Just bleep it. Beep. Beep.
You realize you give me more work to do in it.
Oh, and we're back.
Oh my god. Anyways, end of Father's Day.
Is that what we're talking about this whole time? Your whole Father's Day?
I'm trying to wrap up Father's Day, but you're just like, boo.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. I thought a podcast was about talking about our lives.
I'm trying to get to our lives, but you're just like.
I'm joking. All right, so cap your Father's Day experience. Let's go.
Okay, let's cap the Father's Day experience. Already 30 minutes into this podcast.
Jesus.
So, end day with a barbecue at my sister-in-law's house, and then it was supposed to be done around like 4:00, but the food wasn't ready till like 8:30. So I was like,
Unnecessary detail.
I was like, okay, it plays into the story. So like 8:30 is like, I said I want to leave like around 3:00 so I can get home around 8:00 and get ready for tomorrow, get ready for the next day for work on Monday. But I decided to stay. Like, okay, no, I'm here. Let's write it out. It's Father's Day. I'm not gonna abandon family to get home earlier for be selfish about it. It's like I'm gonna stay later. So 8, hanged out with the family. Got to spend some time with like my siblings and my sister-in-law and my niece and my nephews. And then essentially from there, got back on the road about 8:30ish. Didn't get home to around 1:30ish a.m. Took a shower, get the valley stuff off, like the valley, the bugs, the sweat, and then went up to work, and then slept for like 4 hours, and then went to work the following day. That was my first experience. Thank you.
It was
Overall, it was worth it.
So you drove up on a Friday, came back on a Sunday?
Yep.
That's wow. That's good, man. I'm glad you got to see everybody. You got to see your extended family, all 30 of your brothers that I've never heard about, and
30.
your 6'5" sister. So. Hell yeah. So what's on the dock today? What are we talking about?
On the dock
As
today,
you crack open fifth happy mom.
it is. You know what? It's
Do you have
Thursday.
your glasses? I don't have my glasses.
Yeah, I do, but I'm like, you want me to get them? I'm gonna put them on. No, I'm
No,
gonna start my
I don't
truck.
care if you wear them. I think my eyes are still fairly open, so I think I can get away with.
I'm
finishing
tan
this one.
enough. Is like my eyes look red. Like my face is burnt. I
You're good.
like put on like lotion. That's why I'm glowing.
Dude, you say I'm pale, but this is me with a tan. I've been at the pool for the last 2 weekends.
Well, dude, no homo, but with the tan, jocked.
Tan makes me jack. I work
Dude,
out, dude. I
Dude,
just
look at me, dude. Look, my arms are small as hell. Look at this. I look like a freaking. I
I'm
look
wearing-
like I'm back in my freshman year. Like no definition, just yeah, I got muscles. Look at
Yeah,
that.
really-
That's the dad's arm right there. Damn. Look at the horseshoe.
I used
look
to have
at,
the horseshoe. I used to.
look at the definition, boys. Oh shit.
Bro, focus is traps and tries, but traps tries, bro.
What's on the dock?
On the
Let's go.
docket. On the docket. Okay, first and foremost, on the docket, first thing we got today on the pod is the ocean is scary. Now, billionaire, Nathan, if you're a billionaire, would you say, hey, I'm a billionaire. I got tons of money. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go explore the world. I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna go to Dubai. I'm gonna go do this. But you know what else? I want to be like James Cameron and get into a funky boat, submarine, something, and I'm gonna go see the Titanic. Would you do
Submersible.
that? Submersible, you get it. Okay, you get it. Sue me. Just kidding. So, would you get into a submarine and go see the Titanic in a quote unquote MacGyvered submarine?
No. And I have been following along fairly closely, and
Same.
it is terrifying. I'll let you go into the details, and I'll just add to it. But no, like I have no desire. So a month prior to this billionaire going down to the Titanic, which I'm sure you'll get into the details of how it ended. This guy was in space. This billionaire was in space a month ago, apparently. I have no desire to go to space either. I'm happy to die on Earth. I don't want to explore space. I don't want to explore the ocean floor. So I don't know.
Well,
I feel like when you're that rich, you're looking for like a thrill, or like you probably get a sense of that. You probably get a feeling that you're invincible.
But what if I were to tell you like this? Okay, like, hey Nate, like, hey, you want to go with me to go see the Titanic? It's only you get in the submarine. It's by this company. It's controlled by a Logitech controller. It's like a Xbox controller. It's only 2 miles under the sea. Come on, it'll be in and out. It's fine. Multiple people have done it. James Cameron has done it. Not with this company per se, but come on, man. Like, come on. You love the thrill. Come on, it's only 2 miles underneath the sea. Come on, man.
No. Absolutely fucking not. You couldn't pay me $1 million. You can pay me $2 million. You can pay me $10 million to take that trip. I have no desire to make that trip. That is fucking terrifying. I'm sure this guy had the same thought, like, oh, this is safe. This will be fine. And now he's deceased because of it. There's a lot of details we can probably cover. But
there's a lot of details we can get into, but just for not time's sake, but keeping the thing going. This is another Simpsons thing. Like Simpsons has been notorious of making like jokes that have come to life. This is one of them. But basically, like this guy wanted to go Titanic. Essentially, his friends like, I'll go with you, but last minute backed out. But the guy said, I'm gonna go anyways. They have to sign a waiver that says, hey, we're not liable if you die, blah, blah, blah. If this happens, if you die, blah, blah, blah. If this happens, he's like, screw it. I'm going to go see the ocean and go.
Service. an experimental submersible vessel that has not been approved or certified by any regulatory body and could result in physical injury, disability, emotional trauma, or death. Where do I sign?
I mean, to be fair, a lot of waivers involving dangerous activities mention death. So I mean, it's not like it was like crazy, but yeah, but still, like if I'm reading that, I'm like,
but nobody really reads that. They just sign. It's like, oh well, anybody right now in the comments be like, well, I would have read it. Anytime your iPhone gets an update, like you don't read the terms of service agreement. You're just like, okay,
you could be signing your left way. Yeah,
exactly. You agree. You don't read it. But so the gist of it is, he signed up. This team, was it 4 or 5? Was it 5 or 6? That went down. Five went this. The thing with this makeshift submarine, it's only bolted from the outside, not the inside. You're like, oh, it's a submarine, like in the movies, they can just do and they're out. No, it's bolted in, and only can be from the outside, not from the inside. Once you're locked in, you're locked in. It's this tiny little.
Oh, take your shoes off. That's customary. Okay.
Wow. Inside, the sub has about as much room as a minivan.
So this is not your grandfather's submersible. We only have one button. That's it. It should be like an elevator. You know, it shouldn't take a lot of skill.
The Titan is the only 5-person sub in the world that can reach Titanic depths, 2.4 miles below the sea. It's also the only one with a toilet, sort of. And yet, I couldn't help noticing how many pieces of this sub seemed improvised.
We can use these off-the-shelf components.
I got these from Camper World. We run the whole thing with this game controller.
Small room, like about the size of my little setup here. Just this little cramped little box that I'm in. Imagine 5 people in this one shot.
Yep.
So they went down, and this thing was powered by Starlink to give communications to the surface, to the bottom, to this thing. They can respond like, hey, how's it going? Through messages from Starlink, you get it. But they lost contact from it, and it was lost. So it was like, oh shit, something got lost. So then, was it the Coast Guard? Like, who else was looking for it? Like, I know you can more detail.
The company itself is called OceanGate. Coast Guard obviously got involved, but yeah, so they lost contact with they call it a submersible because it's not, they can't officially call it a submarine because they didn't go through all the certifications. It wasn't certified to or qualified to officially to make this trip, which
it was
makes it sketchy.
Quite MacGyvered.
Yeah, people have been saying that. I mean, there's obviously more work that went into it, but there's definitely aspects of the build that were questionable. Like the reason why it failed was because they incorporated what is it? Carbon fiber.
Also,
carbon fiber.
They had like a Logitech controller too to kind of like operate the thing, right?
Yeah, to drive it pretty much, and they had multiple on board to drive it. Like, yeah, that's sketchy, but the main thing the reason why it failed was the carbon fiber structure that they factored into it. And I think the CEO was trying to like find alternate materials to reduce costs to make this eventually something that tourists can do in a cost effective manner. Basically make it possible for other people to make that trip that aren't wealthy. But I think what happened, the carbon fiber material kind of fell apart, or whatever caused the implosion of this submersible and led to the deaths of these people. But at first they weren't sure what happened. They lost communication like an hour and 45 minutes in. They weren't sure if it imploded or if it simply got stuck at the bottom. So, and then there was that whole bit about the buoys, the sonar buoys they launched in the ocean near that area. They're picking up like knocking sounds in 30-minute increments. So they thought maybe the crew was alive and they were trying to send out distress signals from the bottom of the ocean, which turned out to be not related. But
right,
go ahead. Sorry.
I think the big rush is like once they lost signal, the countdown was okay. Since they lost signal, the submarine, the submersive thing, only had I think 48 hours of oxygen.
95
oxygen. 95 like hours oxygen was the last signal, but the tapping and everything, yeah, it's
Yeah, it was. I mean, I've watched so much video and Twitter feed that I'm able to like know the generally what happened. But
So
dude, imagine like for 4 days the family's thinking that these people are alive and at the bottom of the ocean, running out of oxygen slowly. I think they said the temperature inside the submersible would have been 37 degrees, which is pretty cold. So if they didn't die,
they would
they were more
freeze
like,
to death. They freeze
yeah.
to death.
yeah, there was no like everybody's sitting with their feet crossed. There's not a lot of room to stretch out. The floor is like a thin carpet in the submarine. So yeah, everything about it seems like a fucking nightmare. But it turned out that this thing imploded. You know, either when they lost
Connection and everything.
connection to the submersible or shortly after, and that people died upon the passengers died immediately.
Instantly. So
Yeah, that is an implosion. The centerpiece implodes and blows everything out that's around it. It's over. I'm telling you, and the good news is they died in 2 nanoseconds, and it takes your spinal column 4 nanoseconds to register to your brain that there's a problem. So they instantly had no idea what happened. That is the best news I've heard in 4 days.
Yeah, as we said, that's...
May God have mercy on their souls, honestly.
Yeah, that's fucking wild. Anyways,
speaking of wild, as I open the final one. The final bev of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
what number is it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 8th.
No shit, Jesus Christ.
The 8th
He's feeling it.
bev of the night.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final topic of the night. We got here along the YouTube stuff, the YouTube drama, the Facebook stuff. I figured it's best to talk about the future. The future of Is It Though, the future of the channel, the state of things, and that. And have an honest discussion of what the best course of action is to take regarding the channel, regarding the thing. The reason I save this to the end is because the real ones that are watching, they're going to respond, understand, comment down below. Now, Nathan, if you don't mind, I'm going to go off for a little bit, and then I want to hear your response.
Bring us back. Okay.
So, when it comes to channel itself, I love doing this. I love, like, obviously I'm drinking, having a fun time. What? But I honestly love because it's like a de-stressor. It's like a refreshing from the constant daily bullshit of going to work, wake up, work out, blah blah blah. But it's fun. I love doing this. But the reality of the situation that I'm in right now, I couldn't anticipate that with my job, us to be short-staffed, things to be busy, the overtime is great, the money's great, and you know, it's like, who am I to say no to all the free overtime and not having the energy to cultivate the information to make a great podcast, to edit a podcast, and it's crazy to not have energy. But what I'm trying to say is there's 2 options that I see that are before me, and I'm trying to make sense here because I know I was on the tracks, lost all the tracks, ADHD hit off the tracks. Nathan sees it, I see it.
He's tipsy.
They will speak ADHD. So there are 2 options when it comes to the future of this podcast. We could take the checkers option, which is I can get with Nate and be like, hey Nate, there's this lump sum of money I could give you. Let's find an editor and we can have someone else edit the podcast, which frees me up on a week basis to do such, and then we continue with the podcast, or and then we'll see where it goes from there. Because I myself personally, like, I've always like seen myself view things as a chess player. Growing up, like, I've always played chess. especially my dad. We played a lot of chess growing up, and when it comes to this podcast, I'm like, okay, how can we long term see how this thing could play out? I know right now the state of things is like, okay, I promise videos, I promise like bonus videos, I promise game videos, but it's like the issue we're having right now is time. Because it's just like, sure, I'm working a lot, but you know, Nathan over here is running a family and getting a Ford, working up to that Ford Raptor. What? But by the time he's free and done with his responsibility, it's like 11 a.m. It's like 11 p.m. to midnight. So it's like by the time I'm asleep, because you know, I'm a younger man, so you know I need to rest to get my youthful. So it's like, what options can we have to make this thing continue? So I was thinking maybe it was a rebrand, maybe it's a break, maybe it's a thing, but I don't know. I want to hear like your honest discussion, like your honest opinions. Like, what can we do as a channel to not make sure things, but to grow and to just get better? Because my biggest fear right now is to stop doing this, because I feel like of all like the BS like I myself deal with on a daily of having to listen to people bitch, complain, blah 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 blah, this daily stress, and not having a quote unquote outlet to unload all the the daily bullshit we deal with and express ourselves. To lose that, it's just like I feel like I would go insane and not have that. And yeah, I just want to get your thoughts on that. Like, what do you think the best course of action is to do for this channel? Because I know I bit off more than I could chew when it comes to the stuff that was promised, and it's like, yeah, I want to get your initial thoughts on that. What do you think the best course of action is to go? As far as is it though?
Yeah, I think you gotta just set realistic expectations and decide what you want this to be for you. Do you want it to be, like you said, like a distressor, something to escape, the mundane, life of working your, not 9 to 5 because you work more than that, but basically this is like your hobby. This is your escape. This is your time to allow your creative juices flow and maintain a sane mindset. So, there's that. And if you want to do that, I think you can still do this. You just have to set realistic expectations. Maybe instead of having 3 videos a week, you're doing 1 or 2. And then you'll know for sure, even if it's once a week, right? Deciding to do whatever you want to do. If that's still like 1 day a week you look forward to let your creative juices flow and go with that. And if you're okay with it just being that and having, 100 views an episode, then go down that route. If you're trying to make this something that's profitable, something that's a hobby, but that you can then, eventually switch over to as a full-time job, then you're going to need to find the time to dedicate to make this a great production, a great product. Like, you can't cut the corners. You can't decide to not go back and re-edit it because you're out of time and you need to just put out a product. You're not going to get anywhere with that. So it just depends on what you want to do. I mean, both routes are fine. It's just like what do you want the end product to be? What do you want the end goal to be? And you need to put in the work if the end goal is the latter of trying to make this profitable. But if this is just a hobby that, and you want to continue as is, then you still need to scale back a little bit based on the time you actually have at hand and plan around it. And plan like what was this when you first started it? Is it still the same thing you want it to be now? Has it evolved? Are there things that have changed? And if so, how do you make those changes to grow it the way you want to grow it? Like, what's the new vision, and what do you need to put behind it? Like, is it though scalable? Is it brand? Can you get it out there? Like, Are you trying to sell merch? Is this gonna work on T-shirts? Do people want to wear this? What does it mean? What does it stand for? You just have to think about all that.
Shout out to you though, because like, hey, your watermelon in the freezer advice, it's making waves.
Did you follow it?
My sister did. She was like, "Oh, it tastes so much better." Like, yeah, because
she watched the podcast and
she
then
watched
followed
the
the
podcast.
advice.
She watched the podcast. She was like, she said, "Oh, because Nate said like we put it in the freezer." Because I was like, "Why you put watermelon in the freezer?" Because like, well, Nate said like, I was like, "Fuck," but it's coming in real life. It's like Nate's.
That's weird. So she was about it. She timed it all right.
I don't know. I never got a response. Like, so I think my dad saw the watermelon in the freezer and he pulled it out and put it in the refrigerator. I think that's what happened.
Man.
It's so rasa. So I mean, to close this out, let's run the line. What is your night? Let's hear it.
I love you. All is gonna be okay. Night.
Same season. Love you too. Night.